I'm a real seeker of answers from God. It's like, God, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. So I'll have a problem or a situation and I'll be like, okay, just give me the path, give me the strategy. Tell me how to do it step by step and I'll take care of it. Well, that's been my continual cry for years, and God would always answer me. Well, I started getting into more complicated situations. I needed more complicated answers. And so I remember one night, God began to speak to me, and he said, I want you to call for the spies. And I'm like, the spies? What is that? Right? I'm like, well, what does that mean? So I went into the Bible, and I put in the word spies. And I came across a scripture in Numbers 21. It talks about Israel going into the promised land via the route of the spies. Meaning, see, the spies in that time were sent out, remember, 12 spies, went into the promised land, and they went to spy out the land and see if it was good and everything else. And they actually are the ones that found the specific trail, the path, to take in, to go in, to take possession of the promised land. So when they came back, they knew the way in. They'd already been there. So the Lord told me when I read that scripture, he said, the spies are actually an angelic force. And they come when you call for them, and then you release them. They come and then they go out and they find the route, the specific way you need to go in to get into your promised land. And then they come back and they release the directions to you. Go right here, go left here, go up there, go down there. And that's what they do. They're the spies, and they give you the way to get into your promised land. And so I would hear the Lord say that, call for the spies. And so I would release the angelic spies, and then like weeks later, I would start to get revelation. I would start to get an answer to a problem, right? And then I would be able to go in and take a hold of it. Well, I remember I was really working on something big. A really big miracle, really big breakthrough. And I needed specific directions on how to get into that promised land, right? And so I was releasing the spies. And then one night, I'm in my kitchen here at home, and I was doing something very spiritual. I was making a peanut butter and banana sandwich. And I'm just doing, that and not doing anything, thinking about God or nothing. And all of a sudden, they appeared in the kitchen. I could actually see them with my open eyes. They were all wearing like safari outfits. Like they had been out on a safari. They had hats on and guns and maps and binoculars and everything else that you would need if you were going out on a journey to find the way in, And they were talking amongst themselves. And I was sitting there watching them. It was so amazing. I could see them with my open eyes, but even though they were very plain, it wasn't solid looking like, you or I. They were more like a little bit transparent, like even though I could see them, I could see through them too at the same time. And then they just kind of stood there for a moment talking and doing certain things amongst themselves, and then they disappeared. And then that next day, I started to get the major revelation for a huge, huge breakthrough that I've been waiting for a long time. And since that moment, I've seen countless miracles, thousands of miracles come through that strategy that was released when the spies showed up.